Judge Torres may be resigning as the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. This is big news because Judge Torres is set to rule on the SEC Ripple summary judgment motion in the next couple days. And even though there isn't actually a set timeline or a requirement for a judge to issue a law within a specific time, it has been quite clear that it is supposed to happen within the month of July. Now, things are a bit shifty because we talked in previous videos that Judge Torres really wants to avoid making a formal decision whether it sides with Ripple or the SEC because of the pressure that she would have to face, as a ruling in the SEC Ripple lawsuit would be detrimental to the entire court case and could be a way to provide clarity to the entire crypto industry, which Judge Torres doesn't want to be carried upon on her back. Rather, Judge Torres would much rather prefer Congress make a decision and her to have to issue a ruling based on the decision that Congress actually passed. Specifically right now, when the House Republicans are really pushing for crypto oversight by Congress and are trying to form a bill that actually grants Congress regulatory clarity within the United States markets, it is quite clear that Judge Torres has been extending this to as long as she can, to which she does not want to issue a ruling and would rather Congress just pass a bill and, like I said earlier, her have to enforce it. And so over the period of her case, she has tried to avoid making a ruling so that she doesn't get to the situation where her decision is what provided clarity for the market, thus facing pressure from the SEC and from the public. Now, it is quite clear here that there are two ways that Judge Torres can avoid making a decision. Now, those two ways are clearly written right here in a post if I can find it, and it is right here. Judge Torres can avoid making a ruling on the Ripple SEC lawsuit only under two main circumstances. The first one is a Ripple SEC settlement. And we spoke about earlier in the previous video how Judge Torres has on multiple occasions mentioned the fact that she wants Ripple and the SEC to meet and confer and to better off settle outside of the litigation, as it is way more difficult to go ahead and get the information connected, and it would force her to make a ruling, and then after that ruling is complete they would have to actually go into court to where a jury is to take place and the decision is to be made by jury. The second option that Judge Torres can take to avoid making a ruling on the Ripple SEC lawsuit is actually to resign as the judge of the district in New York. Now, by doing so, she would be leaving mid-case and wouldn't really have to make a ruling. Now, keep in mind, this actually might be a pivotal phase for her career. By her making a ruling right now on the Ripple SEC lawsuit, she has within her power the ability to destroy crypto almost to its entirety, thus affecting the entire economy of the United States of America. At the same time, she also could make a ruling that is opposite to that and rule in favor of Ripple. Thus, she would be giving more power to companies to fight government entity, which she is actually under their payroll. Matter of fact, the SEC right now pays her salary. So obviously, by her going ahead and giving away to a company, she's losing control, or she's making the government lose control of crypto as a whole. So again, she's put in a very bad position to where she's going to be facing a lot of pushback from either the public or from the actual internal entity, which is the SEC. And so she might be forced to take the second decision, which is to go ahead and resign as the judge. Specifically since option one, which is the Ripple SEC lawsuit, has been basically stalled. We've seen the Ripple and SEC constantly meet together. In fact, I did a bit of research and I noticed that just recently a meeting was scheduled at 2 p.m. on Thursday, July 13th for the SEC to discuss institution and settlement of injunctive actions, institution and settlement of administrative proceedings, resolution of litigation claims, and other matters related to examinations and enforcement proceedings. So maybe option one is actually going to take place and is going to happen, but what we have to understand here is option two is now a feasible and logical option that the judge may be forced to take if she does not want to put herself on the line and doesn't want to really see the pushback and the pressure that she will get if she does make a ruling on the SEC Ripple lawsuit. Now, I want to proceed further in the fact that we have to understand that the Ripple SEC lawsuit right now is in the hands of Gary Gensler. And if we were to go ahead and shift towards who Gary Gensler is an American government official and former Goldman Sachs investment banker serving as the chair of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, Gary Gensler was not elected to be the SEC chairman. Rather, he was appointed by the Biden administration. What this means is that when a new election actually happens, which is Tuesday, November 5th of 2024, we can actually project that almost instantly, if the Republicans end up winning, that they're going to replace Gary Gensler. Funny enough, Judge Torres was also appointed and was appointed by Barack Obama, the Democratic Party. Again, if the Republicans take place, then she could get replaced. That actually might make her try and delay the lawsuit as much as she can until it maybe past the election date so that she can either get confirmation that she's going to have to leave anyways and thus she didn't make a ruling so her career is still fine, or she will understand that, okay, now the Democratic Party got reelected, so we have 4 more years, and so I have to now go ahead and try to talk to the Democratic Party to release a bill to pass so that we can go ahead and get this lawsuit ruling resolved. Now, I will talk about what Johnny Dean gave as the date of September, but before I jump right into that, let's roll the sponsor of today's video. Now, before we move further into this video, if you're trying to make yourself a ton of XRP by staking it, you'll have to use Dexpool, which is linked in the description. Now, I do want to say that they just sponsored this video, but they are actually one of the greatest platforms that I personally use to stake my XRP, and I've been staking with them for some time. Now, keep in mind, they give you your profits every single 8 hours and have over $386 million in total protocol liquidity, and that's increasing on a daily basis. They also have over 383 pairs and feature all of the top cryptocurrencies, including some of these smaller ones as well, so you can basically stake any cryptocurrency that you hold. And to top it off, for you guys, they're doing a 100 XRP liquidity bonus, in which you get a 10-day liquidity bonus. The offer is limited, and make sure you guys take advantage of this. Again, the link is down in the description. They have a bunch of options like top up, withdraw, and view your transactions, and it is extremely simple to do all of this, and you can actually complete it in only a few clicks. I personally have not only be able to withdraw my profits, but also my initial investment, and they allow you to unlock your liquidity at any point in time and reap the rewards still that you have gained, so you basically don't lose. That being said, make sure you guys do use the link in the description, and let's get right back into the video. In an article posted 2 weeks ago stating that the date that Johnny Dean had posted for the SEC Ripple lawsuit verdict to be completed is actually right here as September 6th. And in this explanation, he goes over the fact that Dean made the prediction that Judge Torres will rule on May 6th back in early June, but then again it got changed to September 6th. To which he's saying that according to Johnny Dean, Judge Torres will issue a summary judgment after the full 6 months on September 6th of this year. Dean also pointed out that the length of litigation between Ripple and the SEC is within the usual range so far and does not take any longer than other cases. He noted that Judge Torres may delay the ruling because she understands the importance of the SEC Ripple case, which we actually talked about earlier in this video, and she knows that thousands of people, including the appellate court, will be reviewing her summary judgment decision in the Ripple case. She also has a staggering 500 open cases to decide, out of those 44 of which are criminal cases. So she is extremely busy. That being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Make sure you smash the like button, you subscribe to my channel, and you follow me on all my social media platforms, as I am always posting all the information there first. I do hope you did enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Peace.